Okay, let's unpack this. You've brought us a truly compelling stack of sources today, excerpts from the River of Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rich tapestry of fantasy, right? It's just
Mm.
filled with these enigmatic characters, a world grappling with ancient, often terrifying magic, and
Mm-hmm.
conflicts that twist through time itself.
Absolutely.
So our mission is clear.
Mm-hmm.
We're diving deep to cut through the narrative, pull out those surprising facts, and really help you piece together the most important nuggets of knowledge from this incredible, complex world.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how these fragments give us such vivid glimpses into this vast, intricate universe. We'll be looking at the geopolitics of Alifros, the deep-seated conflicts between its various peoples, and the pervasive role of magic in, well, pretty much every facet of life.
Right.
This deep dive should offer you a real shortcut to understanding not just what is happening in these pages, but why it matters so much to these characters and their entire world.
And to truly grasp the scale of Alifros, we really have to start with its inhabitants because their past is very much their present. You can feel it.
Definitely.
Our sources introduce us to a diverse array of peoples, each with their own history, their own struggles. First, let's talk about the Blomu, a prominent humanoid race in Alifros. They're described as these coal-black figures, skin slick as eels, fingers webbed to the first knuckle, hair of a metallic sheen, and they have these hypnotic eyes.
Quite a description.
Yeah. And what immediately jumps out to me is how the sources portray them as both these gaunt, fearful refugees in some villages, hiding from war, and yet also as a powerful ruling class in places like the grand city of Maslim.
Yes.
That's a fascinating contrast, isn't it? What does it tell us about the power dynamics here?
It's a profound insight, actually. This dual portrayal immediately complicates any simple good versus evil narrative. It really suggests a world where circumstances rather than inherent nature often dictate roles.
Oppressor and oppressed.
Exactly. Trapping everyone in these cycles of fear and dominance. And then we have humans. They're often depicted as a subjugated people, scavenged along the edges of woods, constantly running from the Blomu.
Hard existence.
Very. And a truly tragic concept introduced here is the Tolcheni humans who have lost their minds, becoming, well, empty vessels. Prince Oleg, a key character, gives us crucial historical context. He reveals that humans were once compelled into hard labor, with their servitude decayed into outright slavery under Dlumu rule.
Wow.
Yeah, this historical weight of past atrocities profoundly shapes current interactions and prejudices. It makes it clear this isn't just a fantasy world, it's one steeped in social commentary.
It certainly makes you wonder how deep those scars run. And then we encounter the Ixchel, another intriguing race. They're described as small, secretive beings. Some figures are even noted as shorter even than Ixchel, which gives you a really tangible sense of their diminutive stature.
Tiny.
Historically, they've been known as spy masters, playing roles behind the scenes. But the sources reveal this truly shocking detail. They arrived in the South centuries ago in human ships, human cages.
Human cages, that paints a picture.
Right. It immediately shows their historical subjugation. And currently, their people are fragmented. Some serve the Imperius Telectrum, a high-ranking official, while others, like this character Ensel, seek refuge with humans. It's a story of both historical trauma and complex, shifting loyalties.
And the world of Alifros doesn't stop there. Beyond these core groups, it's also populated by the Turaks, these hugely muscled soldiers with skin like boot leather.
Cuff guys.
Definitely. Then the Sovnskors, formidable magic users, also known as Mizithrinis or Phoenix Flames, who are bound by a creed of service to the grand family of the Mizikrin. And let's not forget the Ogrongs, giants capable of the work of 50 men.
So a real mix.
A huge mix. And if we connect all these diverse groups to the bigger picture, it becomes clear that this isn't just about current battles. It's about ancient grievances and societal structures that have evolved or perhaps devolved over centuries.
That's a powerful point. And these old sins mentioned in the sources are absolutely critical to understanding those grievances. It wasn't just the initial servitude decayed into outright slavery.
No, there's more.
There was also the denial of the plague. The Glomu, described as being drunk on conquest, shockingly ignored the spreading Tolcheni affliction.
This mind plague.
Exactly, that devastating plague that went on to destroy every human mind in Bali Adro, essentially crippling their own empire by losing their human labor force. It's a profound historical irony, isn't it, that their own arrogance led to their downfall.
Indeed. It really highlights how unchecked power often carries the seeds of its own destruction. We also learn about the Plataskra, which was basically the Bali Adro Empire's infinite conquest.
Infinite conquest.
Ruthlessly pursued with plastic blades, these magical weapons forged from agar bone. These blades made us invincible for a time, but as the sources chillingly put it, they ultimately made monsters of us and poisoned us with power.
Leading to decline.
Leading to a self-inflicted decline. The true insight here is how power in Alafros, particularly through tools like these plastic blades, seems inherently corrupting and self-destructive. It doesn't just conquer, it cripples its wielders, setting up this endless self-consuming cycle.
Wow. And the Mizithrinis, meanwhile, are presented as old foes of Arkul, with their own strong creed of duty. So you see a world built on layers and layers of conflict.
So we have this world of deeply interconnected races, all living under the shadow of past atrocities and current animosities. Given these shifting geopolitical lines and ancient rivalries, what's the central hub of power or conflict right now? Where do these grand strategies truly converge?
Well, that brings us to the current geopolitical landscape, which is, frankly, volatile. We're looking at Arkwall, the imperial territory of Bali Adro, with Karisk as an enemy realm in the east, and the Mizithrin. The sources mention rapid changes, like the region of Ormail becoming Arkwali territory in just 6 years.
6 years, that's fast.
Very fast. It shows just how fluid and often violent power shifts can be here. And at the heart of much of this is Masalim.
Ah, yes, Masal. Described as the city above the falls, a truly vast urban center, thrice the size of Etherhorde. It's a city divided, lower, middle, and upper sections, grappling with quarantine and intense internal ambitions. You have dwellers in the middle city aspiring to gain a foothold in the upper. This internal stratification, where even within one city there's a struggle for dominance, deeply mirrors the broader conflicts you see across Alafros.
That's fascinating. And the forces at play aren't just armies and political factions. What's truly striking is that the real power players here aren't just armies, are they?
Not at all.
These ancient forces and manipulations seem to be shaping continents from the shadows. The sorcerers are absolutely key to this, especially Arunis.
Arunis, yes.
Painted as a primary antagonist. He's a powerful mage dispatched by the Shadowy Ravens, this powerful secret society, to shatter 2 human empires to prepare the world for its grand reunification. Under the Ravens, of course.
Of course. Their agenda.
But his ultimate goal is chilling. To destroy Alafros using the Nilstone. A plan so extreme, it even shocked Makadra, another powerful sorceress. He's clearly a master manipulator, even capable of listening to people's thoughts. Scary stuff.
Very. And adding to this, we have Makadra, often called the White Raven, a terrible sorceress described as bad as Arunis and unnaturally pale.
The White Raven.
She leads the Ravens, who, as the sources reveal, are already the power behind the Bali Adro throne. Her ambition is immense. To bind all Alafros within that empire with her at its ugly center.
A chilling ambition.
Juxtaposed against these destructive forces is Ramakani, another mage. He calls the character Thasha his champion and believes he would be stronger than ever upon his return. He acts as a guide and protector for Thasha and Pazel.
So some hope there, maybe.
Perhaps. Well, we see both forces of chaos and those working to maintain some semblance of order, all operating with immense magical power.
And then there's the Nilstone, both a weapon and a curse, and just shrouded in incredible mystery. The sources offer so many conflicting descriptions. It's demonic ash, the eyeball of a mirth lord.
The mirth lord, ancient evil.
Right. A tumor cut from the tree of heaven, even a keyhole in an unseen door, or a splinter of rock from the land of the dead. It's like nobody knows quite what it is.
It defies definition.
And its power is truly terrifying. It brings death to any who touch it with fear in their hearts. It ruins everything it touches and can cause terrible things to happen aboard the Chathrand, drawing ghosts and spell shards. What makes this artifact such a central, coveted object in this world?
It's the ultimate MacGuffin, isn't it? Its very existence seems to defy explanation, representing this unknown power that promises either ultimate destruction or unimaginable transformation.
Right.
The central conflict, then, precisely revolves around this artifact. Arunis and Makadra want to harness it for domination or outright destruction, while Hercule, Pazel, and Thasha are charged with keeping it from evil. A significant event we learn about is its extraction from a powerful being known as the Red Wolf by Arunis and the Ogrongs.
The giants helped him.
Yes. It highlights how deeply this object is tied to the fate of the world, and how its discovery immediately plunges everyone into immense peril.
Okay, so with the world and its major players laid out, Let's turn our attention to the individuals caught in these monumental cross-currents, the journeys of transformation that truly define our characters and their destinies. First, Pazel Pathkindle, the scholar,
Pazel.
who's a Normali, half Bali Adro, with a hidden sister, Nita, who is a Stavanskor priestess. His father, Captain Gregory, abandoned the family, leaving a deep scar.
A difficult background.
Definitely. And Pazel has this unique gift, often referred to as a spider's bite, that made his hearing sharper too, allowing him to hear translated voices, birds breathing whispers 50 feet away, and even the agonizing language of the Iquar, an ancient, powerful creature.
Incredible sensitivity.
Which makes him acutely sensitive to the black energy of those plastic blades we mentioned. So he's this highly attuned individual right at the center of the conflict.
He is. And Pazel is a character just riddled with internal conflicts. He grapples with his love for Thasha, the betrayal by Chadfallow, a character who actually loved Pazel's mother.
Complicated.
Very. And his own identity as a man without blind loyalties. The sources also reveal a traumatic memory of being beaten into a coma for refusing to betray Nita.
Horrible.
He also experiences a Nuzat dream in Vasperhaven, this Dolomic dream state where he saw his mother and the swarm, a boiling cloud that leaves blight and destruction in its wake. This dream and his sensitivities make him a character deeply connected to the world's underlying magical and destructive forces.
So what does this all mean for Pazel? He's not just a character in a story. He's really a lens through which we see the profound impact of this world's history and magic on an individual.
Exactly.
His journey is one of self-discovery and resilience in the face of overwhelming personal and global threats. Then there's Thasha Isaac, an admiral's daughter, a Tajmeli fighter, a type of elite warrior, and a survivor of the Nilstone crossing, a perilous journey. She carries the distinguished family name Isaac and possesses this unique connection to magic. Ramakni calls her my champion.
That's significant.
It is. She can touch the Nilstone without harm, decide who passes through the wall, and potentially use a gift that others believe could cure or heal, making her more intense. She's also connected to the Red Wolf, the creature from which the Nilstone was extracted. Her destiny seems intrinsically tied to this world's greatest mystery.
And Thasha's family history is particularly complicated, just rife with manipulation. Her father, Admiral Isaac, was involved in this complex arrangement for treaty purposes that manipulated her very birth.
Manipulated her birth.
How? Ensuring her life began steeped in secrets, even involving a second lover, Cereres, who was revealed to be her mother, Chlorisuela, but with Cereres' soul implanted, essentially.
Right to grief.
And her apparent death was manipulated too, adding even more layers of deception to her past. Her personal struggles include her complex relationship with Pazel and a brief, possibly manipulated attraction to Fulbruch, another character entangled in these intrigues.
How much manipulation?
These layers of deception really speak volumes about the political and magical machinations at play in Alafros.
And then one of the most surprising characters, Felthrop, who is introduced as the Woken Rat.
Ah, Felthrop. Unique character.
Absolutely. His transformation is quite extraordinary. From a humble shop where he had become a woken animal, as he puts it. I was a thief in your shadows, a rat. You cried one morning. I heard, and I woke.
Just woke up.
Yeah. Felthrop possesses an exceptional mind and uncanny instincts, alongside a dream of scholarship. He can dream travel the river of shadows, that mysterious cross-dimensional channel, and perceive occulted architecture in dreamlands.
Dream travel. Fascinating ability.
Sadly, Arunis used his very dream of scholarship to torture him. His mission now is crucial, to warn his friends about Arunis and Makadra's plan to steal the Chathrand, the ship, and the Nilstone, because he believes the Ravens are already the power behind the Bali Adro throne.
So even a woken rat has a vital role. Finally, we have Hercule,
The warrior.
a Thuljasan warrior fiercely loyal to Thasha, providing both analysis and protection. He wields the sword Ildraquin, known as Curse Cleaver, a legendary blade forged in the heart of the world.
Curse Cleaver. Nice name.
His past reveals a relationship with Diadrilu, an Ixtal queen, and he was dispatched by Empress Mysa to keep watch over her family, specifically Thasha's family. He carries this heavy burden, admitting a grave disservice for leaving Fulbruch in Arunis' clutches.
So he has regrets.
Yes, demonstrating a profound moral compass and an ongoing struggle with his own conscience. These are all characters with deep personal histories and immense stakes.
So, with these incredible characters now embarking on pivotal journeys, their next leg aboard the Chathrand becomes even more perilous. The ship itself is in dire straits.
Very dire.
literally sinking due to a hidden wound, with the crew suffering from a torturous want of water. The state of the ship perfectly mirrors the breakdown of order and morale among the men.
A floating pressure cooker.
Totally. To make matters worse, it's caught in a riptide that is sweeping us along after that armada. This ship isn't just transport. It's almost a metaphor for their desperate situation, isn't it?
Absolutely. The Chathrand serves as a microcosm of Alafros itself, a grand vessel, once mighty, now faltering and adrift amidst powerful unseen currents. Their arrival in Moslem offers little reprieve.
Not a safe harbor, then.
Far from it. They're lifted into the city above the falls by a build frame, an enormous construction lift into a dry dock. But they are met not with welcome, but with fear and superstition from the Dlomu birdwatchers who study the humans.
Birdwatchers, studying them.
Yes, like specimens. And the crew's brutality is highlighted by Rose's order to kill the little brutes, the Ixtal captives, which leads to an insane wildfire revenge.
Chaos breaks out.
And Prince Oleg provides critical counsel, revealing that Moslem authorities know the Chathrand crew are human, but are trying to keep it secret, advising them not to stay. It's a testament to the deep-seated prejudices and the desperate measures both sides take.
It sounds like trust is just such a rare commodity in this world, and betrayals are common. To Lictrum, for example, a key figure confesses to switching antidote pills for poison vapor.
Wow.
With a smile of self-loathing, all to thin the ranks of the hostages. Just cold.
Chilling calculation.
Then there's Chadfalla, whose past is deeply conflicted. He saved Thasha from Arunis, but then let Arunis board the ship, driven by a hunch that her death would bring greater disaster.
A hunch. Risky.
And we also learned he loved Pazel's mother, contributing to Captain Gregory's abandonment of the family. More tangled history. And Full Breach, revealed as Arunis's puppet, his eyes, ears, hands.
Arunis' spy.
Who extracted information from Thasha about her polylex, this book rumored to contain forbidden fruit of knowledge. Full Breach's final words reveal Arunis' chilling source of power. Through the Tolcheni we brought from Moslem.
Using the mindless humans.
Yeah. What does it mean for these characters to navigate a world where even those closest to them can be instruments of deceit? How do you trust anyone?
That's a crucial question, and it really underscores the impossible choices these characters face. Perhaps the next leg of their journey, through the enigmatic river of shadows, will shed some light on how they navigate that treacherous landscape of trust.
The River of Shadows.
Oleg describes it as a tunnel between worlds, a flood that never abates, and the channel cut by the wild pulse of life through a hostile universe. It must be experienced to be understood, either through dream travel or astral journey. It's not a literal river, then.
Right, a kind of interdimensional highway almost. Its location is in the infernal forest, just downstream from the tongue, which is described as a pilgrimage site for wizards good and evil.
A dangerous place.
And the dangers there are no joke. Exploding fungi, dangling worm tendrils, bats, and flame trolls. The struggle against these creatures and Arunis summoned doubles are some of the most intense moments.
Sounds terrifying.
Ultimately, Arunis meets his death after being engulfed in burning oil, but even as he fell, he smiled, and the dark thing that jumped from the river and shot away into the sky.
Implying he may not be truly gone?
It's never simple, is it?
Yeah.
Never straightforward.
Never. This lingering threat is personified by the swarm, Pazel's dream of that boiling cloud of destruction. Ramakni warns that its growth will depend on how much death it finds to feed on.
Feeding on death.
And Ensel connects this directly to Arunis' labor to plunge this world into war, underscoring his malevolent intent. It seems that even in defeat, Arunis has set in motion forces that will continue to plague Alafros.
So the fight isn't over?
Not by a long shot. The continuing mission for our heroes is clear. To take the Nilstone beyond this world, because, as they realize, no fortress in Alafros would ever be sufficient to guard the Nilstone. It truly speaks to the scale of the threat this artifact poses.
This deep dive has shown us, I think, a world where past tragedies echo constantly in the present, where individual fates are just tangled with the ambitions of empires and sorcerers.
Absolutely tangled.
It's a place where even a woken rat can be a hero, and the most powerful weapon is this terrifying void, the Nilstone. You've seen the courage, the betrayal, and the sheer unpredictability of life when magic bleeds into every corner of existence. It's a world that demands constant vigilance, both from its characters and from us, the observers, trying to piece it all together.
And what's truly fascinating here for me is the sheer resilience of these characters in the face of just overwhelming odds. Despite the betrayals, the ancient curses, and the ever-present threat of the Nilstone and the Swarm, they continue to fight, to adapt, and to seek out deeper truths.
They keep going.
They do. And this raises an important question for you to ponder. In a world constantly being reshaped by forces beyond their comprehension, ancient magics, political conspiracies, even the literal fabric of other dimensions, how much of their destiny is truly their own? How much is simply a ripple in a much larger, older river?